Hey everyone, it's Ashley here for Not2Shabby, and today I'm going to share with you my design team project for this week. If you head over to the shop to make a purchase, you can use my coupon code CraftyGirl to save 10% on your order. And I also want to mention that today is the Lawn Fawn release, which is super exciting, so if you haven't, head over and check out the super cute stamps that came out today. And this little card is going to be my project for today. It is a shaker card, and I used the new MFT little shaker pockets, and I am absolutely in love. I'm going to need to get some more of those. So I thought this would be a cute summer card. I'm going to start out and share with you the products that I used, and then I'll get into the process video. So first up, I used this Doodlebug paper pad. This is called Kitty. I also use these replenishments. So these are the little plastic pockets. They're called rectangle shaker pouches, and it's a little pouch that you put all of your sequins in, and it makes a shaker tag, and it is so easy. You can see it doesn't have a ton of dimension, but it has enough that it allows for all the sequins to shake about in there. And then I use the MFT rectangle peekaboo window, and that is how you cut out on your card the space for the shaker tag. I also use the Avery L Wonky Stitches die. I use the largest size there. And then I use the Lawn Fawn Large Stitch Rectangle Stackables. I use the second largest size. This super cute stamp set is called Beach Bunnies, and I love this one so much. I used the cute little bunnies there. I used the little clouds. There's a ton of elements on this set, the little bird, and also the little beach houses. And then I used that sentiment, somebody me loves somebody you, which is such a cute sentiment. So I'm going to show you my card up close. You can see how well all the little shaker bits shake about in there. And let's get started with the process video. So I'm taking the Avery L Wonky Stitch die and cutting out using the largest size on that cute gingham paper. And then I'm taking a piece of white cardstock and I'm going to cut out the stitched rectangle. And then I also do cut out that little banner, but I don't end up using that. I just use the little rectangle there. And it has really nice stitching and it layers up so nicely. Then I'm going to take that little window peekaboo die and put it right in the center so that I have the little bit for the shaker pouch. So now I'm going to stamp out my images. I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to do some of these cute clouds, and you get everything you need on this set just to make a perfect little summer scene. It is so precious. You even get a little bird. I also stamped out all 3 of the clouds, and then I stamped out 3 of the little hearts, and there's 2 different little beach houses that I stamped out, and those were really fun to color. Then I stamp out the little bunny, and there's 4 different little bunnies on this set, and they're all so cute. I just love the stamp sets that are illustrated by Bertie Brown. They're so precious. So those are all the images that I'm going to use. Oh, and then I also used the 2 little ice cream cones to put in their little hands. So to start out with the colors, I'm just doing the beak for the bird, so I used YR4 and YR2. For the hearts, I'm using RV14 and RV13, and then I blend those out with a little bit of RV11. Then for the bird, I'm using B05, B02, and then I blend that out with B00. And that's my favorite color combo for coloring birds. Then for the little ice cream cones, I use E55 and E53, and then I go back in with the E55 just to add some extra shading. For this cute little beach house, I'm using RV14. And I love these because when you see these beach houses on beaches, they're so colorful and bright, and I always love to color colorful images. And then I blended that out with RV13 and RV11. And I left a little bit of white there. I thought that was cute. And just to do the little door, I used the same colors. And then to do the little bit of shading on the white, I used W1 just to give it a little bit of a gray shadowy tinge on it. And then for the clouds, I just added a little shadow of B000. Then I do the other little beach house. So I use B05, B02, and then I blend that out using B00. And then I use the B02 just for the little collar neckline of the little bunny. And then I'm going to do the bunny's little shirt, so I use YG06, YG03, and YG00. And I love how the little bunnies have clothes on. They're so cute. Then for the bunny's ears, I use RV13 and RV11. And then I just used W1 just to add a little bit of shading on the bunnies. I wanted them to be white, but I wanted to give just a little bit of shadow on them. And I will link all the products below that I'd mentioned and shared in the video so that you can find them easily over in the shop. Then I used, for the little bow, Y15, Y11, and Y13. And then I did her little dress in RV14, RV13, and I blend that out using RV11. And then I use R20 just to give a little bit of pink on the bunny's cheeks. And then I use my black jelly pen to add to the nose, the eyes, and then I use the white jelly pen just to add one little dot on the cheeks for some accent. Then I added some little polka dots on the girl's dress, and on the little boy's shirt I added some lines in the diagonal direction to make it have a cute little pattern. And then for the ice cream, I made it chocolate ice cream, so I used E59, E57, and blended that out using E55. And there is coordinating dies for these ones, but I don't have the coordinating dies for this particular stamp set. So I just used my sewing scissors and trimmed these out. And there is quite a few small images in this set, so I definitely would recommend the coordinating dies if you don't like fussy cutting. But I managed just fine, and these little guys are definitely going to get used a lot. They're super cute. So I'm just fussy cutting all of these out. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the new Lawn Fawn release came out today, and the new stamps for the release are so precious. I think I got all of them. I'm totally naughty. I am so excited for the Lawn Fawn release. So if you haven't, definitely head over to the shop and check it out. Jamie also has a sale, or not a sale, excuse me, a freebie. So if you spend $60, there is a hillside die that you can get, but you must add it to your cart. So make sure you add it to your cart and make sure you sign into your account so that you can collect your reward points. That's one of my favorite things about Not2Shabby. She has so many great incentives for her customers. She gives reward points, and you can use the coupon code, and she has a freebie die with purchase. So if you're going to get Lawn Fawn, it's definitely worth it to get it in her shop because you get a ton of extra little goodies for purchasing. So now I'm going to put together my little card. I'm just putting down this little gingham page using my ATG gum, and then I'm going to use that little shaker pouch there, and I add a little bit of the adhesive to the outside of the shaker pouch, just around the little outside, and then I also add some adhesive onto the card base as well. And it seemed really snug. I know I've seen some people use foam tape. You could also use foam tape, but it seemed pretty snug to me. So the easiest way I found to do it is I just took the little bits of shakers that I wanted. Oh, actually, excuse me. First, I'm going to add my sentiment. I do want to add a little sentiment on there. And I just kind of played around with how I want the little images to go. This is kind of what I do when I make a card. I fuss about and kind of move the little images until I decide how I want it. So I'm just taking some of the little confetti bits, and I just got these little pots from Michael's. They have tons of cute confetti you can get there. And I added a little bit of sequins and a little bit more hearts. You can never have too much glitter. And then I'm just popping this on top of it. And then you can shake it about. And how easy is that? Like, that's the easiest shaker card I've ever made. And I'm totally going to be getting more of those. I need to get the square one too. There's rectangle and square right now. And so now I'm just going to use my ink and add on my little sentiment. And this sentiment's so cute because it can be used for so many different occasions. Now I'm going to assemble on all of my little die cuts or stamped image pieces, and I love these little tiny clouds because they just set the scene perfectly with those. And I'm also going to use a little bit of foam tape. Since it is popped up a little bit from the pouch, you can see kind of where the bunnies go and where the clouds go. They're lifted off of the page a little bit. So I'm going to add adhesive on part of them, and the part that goes off of the pouch, I'm going to use some adhesive foam for. So I'm just adding on these little beach houses. And I'm going to add on the little ice cream to the bunny's hand. And I'm just adding adhesive on the whole thing. And then the parts that I think will be off the pouch, I just add a little bit of foam. And it goes perfectly. And then I'm just taking some foam and cutting it in half and adding it below her ear because that was also popped off. And this also helps make your card have some nice dimension. I just love these pouches. I definitely highly recommend them. They're really fun and super easy, and it just made a nice scene because of the way that it added dimension to the card. It makes the beach houses look like they're in the back and the bunnies look like they're in the front, and I just really like it. So I'm just adding on the little clouds. And I'm also adding on some little hearts. I thought that would make the scene cute too, especially since it says, somebody me loves somebody you. I think it's a cute little lovey card, but it's so cute to make a card like this because then inside you could stamp happy birthday or thank you or whatever type of occasion you need the card for. So that was my project. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, if you head over to the shop, you can use my coupon code, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.